Operating Officer and founder of the Business Assistance Group. She partners with visionary women CEOs and small business owners to streamline their operations, implement scalable systems, and help them reclaim their time. With over 20 years. Oh, that was me. That was your reel that was playing. That's what that was. You got theme music. I'm like, where the music coming from? That was your reel. I was reading the.
I just know all of a sudden your voice, it was not there, and I'm like, okay, what had happened was, okay, so listen.
Look, you rewind.
I got you. I got you.
This is the people time to see that we live. Look, yes. I was like, wait a minute, who music is that? You know what? Next time we're gonna have some theme music. Come on, like do. Here. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna read it again. Yolanda K. Churchwell is the CEO's Fractional Chief Operating Officer and founder of the Business Assistance Group. She partners with visionary CEOs and small business owners to streamline their operations, implement scalable systems, and help them reclaim their time. With over 20 years of experience in improving and optimizing business processes, she brings a proven track record of enhancing efficiency and effectiveness across project management, operations, financial systems, and team leadership. She specializes in identifying inefficacies, eliminating bottlenecks, and putting the right processes in place to support sustainable growth and scalability. She assists goal-driven CEOs who are ready to scale their companies without overwhelm. Together, they build customized operational strategies that enhance efficiency, productivity, and profitability. Yes, profitability, where they're looking to refine their systems, improve team management, or develop scalable processes. Yolanda has them covered. This is a small preview of what you are going to learn at the Attract Abundance Conference. She's one of our speakers. She is one of our silver sponsors. And on today, she is going to teach us how to build to scale and how to structure your business for sustainable growth. Well, let me say, she's going to give us a little bit on it because the rest of you got to hear at the conference. You know, she's going to have a time to speak and she's going to have a breakout session. So if you're at a point in your business where you're like, I need better systems. Like, I know how to make money. I know how to bring in the leads, but my leads are getting cold. You need to talk to Yolanda. I have money that's just being left on the table. You need to talk to Yolanda. If you are looking for someone to help you with your business back end, you need to talk to Yolanda. Yolanda, tell us what other scenarios somebody else may have as they're operating their 6, 7, 8, multiple 10-figure business. What is it that they could be dealing with that you can help them with? What problems do they have that you solve in your business and with your business?
Well, first, I want to say we're going to talk to the people who know that they need systems, but we also are going to spend a little more time with the people who think, oh, I can do that later. Operations aren't sexy. I can wait on it. Operations are kind of like insurance. If you wait until you need it, baby, it's too late.
Oh, she coming out hot, y'all. She's coming in hot right now.
It's way too late. And so what I like to say is that your business is like a child. Okay, we started off and it's this cute little baby and we doing all of the things. We able to handle all of the things. But as this baby starts to grow up, they say it take a village to raise a child. Well, baby, it take a village to raise a business. Because what happens is you start to feel this tug of war between what it is you do for your clients and all the stuff on the back end. Okay. And so then you're kind of like, I don't know where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to do. And so you literally start to go down this trail where you're actually going to end up failing. Your business is going to end up failing. I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I lived. Okay. Yeah. And so we want to come in. We like to say our clients get the bag to help them secure their bag. We want to come in and take all that stuff off the back end. out the back end, off of your plate, so that you can focus on those things that you should be doing as a CEO. Too many business owners are not CEOs. They're entrepreneurs, or they have self-employed businesses, which means that they created a job for themselves. You're working in and for your business instead of running and leading it. So I want to be able to help you to run and lead your business. So if you find like you're starting to feel like this thing that you loved, you frustrated, you overwhelmed, you can't keep up, you want to call me. If you feel like you on this roller coaster, you have a whole bunch of clients and then it's dry and clients and dry, you want to call me. If you having trouble because you manually doing all of the things, you sending out emails manually, you sending invoices manually, you want to call me. So if you are 6, 7, 8 streams of income, 6, 7, 8 figures of income, and you like, I have a new opportunity, this new income stream that I want to roll out, and you remember what it was like to have to do that, and you're like, I don't want to do that this time, you want to call me.
Yes, that's so good. Y'all, she said that it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a village to raise a business. That was really, really good. You also mentioned that you're not sharing with us something you heard, you're sharing something you lived. I know a little bit of your story, but would you mind sharing with our audience today? What are some of the things that you learned from your first business? Some things that you learned that they need to do as business owners to truly become CEOs, and some things that they don't need to do because of your experience.
So I had a retail store. I'm a preacher kid. I'm a PK. I had a retail store that sells dress clothes, women's plus sizes, men big and tall. So first of all, it was awesome because you can't always find those things. And I was still working at the IRS at this point in time. So I had a full-time 9 to 5, and I had just started the store, and I was going through a divorce, and only one of us really wanted the divorce. Okay. So, but I had the store, and everything took off super fast. It was like an overnight success. I had a brick and mortar. I had 2 onlines. I did vendors shows. I was a personal stylist to pastors and first ladies across 3 different states. Everything was going really, really, really well. Not only did I sell clothes, but I had partnered with 2 tailors, local tailors, because I don't want my clients' clothes to wear them. I wanted them to wear their clothes. And then I have this thing where I don't like to wear the same thing within a 30-day period. And no, don't pray for me because I don't want to be delivered from it. I like that. And so I only ordered 2 of anything for the store. And it was usually a different color or a different pattern because I don't want people looking alike. So that meant that there was a lot of ordering though. So as more clients were coming and more customers coming in the door, my bank account was going up, but something was going on behind the scenes and I couldn't figure it out. Like, it hadn't reached my customers, but I knew that there were some snafus behind the scene. And so I started praying because I was like, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, the money is in the bank. When you have money in the bank, doesn't that mean your business is successful? So that's myth number 1. Just because there's money in the bank does not mean that your business is successful and being ran the way that it should be. Okay. So I started looking at things, and what God showed me is I had 3 problems. 1, I was doing everything manually as far as ordering. There was no automation. I was just, if the order came, I put it in because in my mind, it's only 2 things. But when you have 20, 30, 50, 60 orders of 2 things, then you got back orders, you got special orders, it became a lot. I had some employees call my mom and my dad. Please, y'all, leave your family where they at. Go, don't hire your mama now. Okay. My mom was snowbird at my sister, so she was only at work 6 months out of the year, and I never knew when she was leaving. And my dad didn't like to spend money, so people come in the store, he said, don't you have a tie that color at home? Or you don't need a whole new suit. The tailor, I was like, you go home. You suspended for the rest of the day. You go home. And then I told you I worked at the IRS. I'm a licensed CPA, but I wasn't doing my income tax returns.
Talk about
not my income tax. I didn't say that. My sales tax returns. And so the penalties sometimes were more than the returns because they were late. And so as I'm praying, trying to figure things out, what I realized is that if you know me, I had a plan. I had a backup plan. I had a backup plan to my backup plan. Girl, I make flow charts. If this, then this, in case something didn't go right. But I didn't have a plan for if it did. So the greatest lesson that I would tell anybody is that a plan not to fail is not the same thing as a plan to succeed. And you need a plan to succeed. And so I should have had processes and systems in place. I should have automated. I should have had a real team. I should have had CEO days to make sure I was working on my business, not just in my business. And so me being me, growing up in a family where if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all, I just closed the doors. Because what I realized in learning that you have to have processes and systems is that, you know what, I do that real well. So I went from helping women look good on the outside to helping them create sustainable businesses long term.
Listen, you said so much. I'm like, I'm trying to, not trying, I'm taking that out of my vocabulary. I'm sharing.
I know, I just saw something. We're going to stop there. That lady said, don't say try.
Right, we're not saying try. So I'm sharing the video to different places as you're speaking. And you said a plan not to fail is not the same as a plan to succeed. What I heard you say, and I just want to clarify because I don't know if people are really taking notes like I advised them to. I want to make sure I got this right. And I heard this right. What you said was you had a plan for if things went wrong, but you didn't have enough planning for if things went right. And because you didn't plan for things to go right, maybe your little lack of faith actually caused you to go out of business. Is that what you said?
Yeah. Basically, that's what happened. Like you have to. Who is it said? If you don't have a plan, if you don't know what you want to do, then you're not going to do anything or something like that. That's basically you. We are conditioned to just be like, well, if this happened, I'm gonna do this. If this happened, I'm gonna do this. And it's always the bad ifs. We don't condition ourselves for the good ifs. If I'd have said, well, what if my clients increase in the first 6 months by fourfold? What if I go from just starting with men's clothes to having men, women, children, shoes, hats, all within the first 12 months? Because that's what happened. I didn't think about any of those things. I just thought about, oh, okay, I just need the money to go in the bank.
Yes.
And like I said, I was going through divorce and I love to shop. I love retail therapy. And so I was like, this is retail therapy that's also profitable.
And you get to shop for other people. I think it's amazing that you niche down and you strategically chose men and women who were, did you say pastors and first wives?
Yes, so it was Sunday go to meeting clothes. So yes, ma'am. And I did plus sizes for women and big and tall for men.
Plus size for women and big and tall for men. That's a very, very niche market. I mean, you're giving so many tips right now, even though we're speaking about structuring and systems, but you said that you actually had an overflow of clients. You had people coming into your store. You had so many people coming into your store. You realized that something was wrong with the backside of it. But that meant what you was doing on the marketing side worked. And part of it was finding a niche where there weren't a lot of people serving the people that you served. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're so yeah, no, you're so right. But what I didn't know is what a lot of people don't know. Everybody knows that revenue is king. But what people don't know is systems are the queen. And if you ever been in a relationship, you know that it's the queen that makes things happen. And so when you don't have your systems in place, it don't work. You can only grow to a certain level. Growth requires new solutions. You cannot put new wine in old wine skins if we just gonna get biblical with it.
Oh yeah, we can get real biblical with it. Things should be done decently and in order.
Yes, come on now.
I love the Lord. He heard my cry. Read the word.
Man,
Yes. There are many verses in the Bible where God speaks about stewardship, and it's not just stewarding the money, it's stewarding our time, our resources, the people. I mean, you made a really good point in saying, like, when you hired your dad, although I'm sure you love your dad inside and out, but it sounds like your dad was actually talking your clients out of buying.
He was. That's why he got suspended. You go home. You don't have to. You come on the first of the month when you come in here with your check to buy your stuff. You don't have to come back to work ever again. No.
Yes. So speak to the importance of hiring the right people for your team, because your team is a big part of your scaling. It's a big part of your systems. So
yes. And even for those of you who are saying, oh, I'm not ready for a team right yet. See, but when you get ready, when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times what happens is that people hire for a title. I want a virtual assistant. I want a salesperson. When in reality, you need to hire for the task that you need completed.
Mm-hmm.
And so once you get clear on how you do something as a solopreneur, that means it's you doing all your things in your business. Once you get clear on how you do what you do, that's when you need to document it. That's what your SOPs are. That's where your standard operating procedures, them your work processes, short, definite, step-by-step directions. What you're going to do with those is then you're able to see these are the things that I need taken care of. So that's how you're supposed to use, that's what you use to write your hiring or your job announcement.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just say, I want a virtual assistant. You say, I need someone that can manage a mailbox. I need somebody that can post my social media. You list the task. Then that will attract the people that you need. Now, had I took the time to do the task, and probably if I just took the time to look beyond that was my dad, it has to be someone who likes to sell. My dad don't like to spend money. He likes to hold on to his money. So in his mind, the people didn't really need to come in the store. So why did I have him in the store?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then once you have that in place, then you're able to then hire for the task. And what will happen is that you will actually hire someone who may be able to do more than one task instead of hiring somebody by the job title.
Yes. Oh, that's so good. That is really, really good. Let me tell you all this. So Yolanda is going to be speaking at the Attract Abundance Conference. And when we are at the Attract Abundance Conference, we are going to focus on our money mindset. And so as she was speaking, I couldn't help but think of the activities we're going to do to elevate our money mindset. I don't want to give it away, but I will say it's going to be like putting a magnifying glass to you and your business and how your money mindset affects how you run and operate your business. So we're going to do an activity, and I'm telling y'all, it's killer. It's
Okay.
killer. But I want to ask you, as an expert fractional COO, and based on what you said with your father, how do you believe that people's money mindset affects how they conduct business? Because it sounds like, because your father may have been on the thrifty side, right? He thrifty.
No, he's cheap.
He don't like.
I appreciate the respect, but he's cheap.
Yeah. Okay. So you said it first, and I can say, so since your daddy is cheap,
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm sure he operated as a cheap person. He thought as a cheap person. So he approached every person that walked through the door as if they were a cheap person too.
Mm-hmm.
And so that affected how he conducted himself as an employee in your business, at your company, at your establishment. So I'm going to ask again more directly. How do you feel our money mindset affects us and affect our decision making as CEOs and entrepreneurs?
Okay, that is really good, and we're gonna talk about it. But okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
See, even though I was going there, y'all, these are not scripted.
No. So what happens is that oftentimes people have a scarcity mindset, and when we look back, I was reading this book, and when we look back for people of color, the problem becomes that this was a learned behavior, because as slaves, whenever they received something, they wanted to use it or spend it quickly so that the master wouldn't take it from them. So unless you had some generations come along that reprogram your thinking, you are set up in a way where it's been generationally passed down that you don't need to hold on to anything. You don't need to save anything. And you don't always know what's coming. You don't believe it's always going to be there. Okay.
Oh, my goodness, Yolanda, you giving so much good stuff. I want to respond and I want to share some things, but I'm going to refrain because we'll go deeper into this at the Attract Abundance Conference.
Okay.
If y'all don't have your tickets, you got to get
You need to get a ticket. Come on in the room.
In this year, in a totally different space. The way you think about money, the way you think about sales, the way you think about yourself and your family and your legacy will never be the same after you leave the Attract Abundance Conference. So get your tickets. We only have 3 VIP seats left. But I want to respond to what you just said. That was so deep. You said that back in the day, the slaves would get something. Ooh, this is so good. Like this could be a whole sermon. Like where I'm from, we say that will preach, right?
Right. So that's a whole word.
Right, a whole word. So the slaves would get something. They would get something. And then because they didn't want the master to come take it away from them, they would get rid of it. How many people get money, get money, and then they're like, let me hurry up and spend it. Let me hurry up and get rid of it before the bill collector comes, before somebody else come and get it. I need to spend this now. I need to get rid of this now. Not invest, not multiply, not be a steward.
No, how about not even track where you spent it at?
Look, don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. Don't want to know.
So if someone didn't come in, someone didn't in your family didn't introduce you to budgeting, okay, because as a CEO, budgeting is really like your first set of metrics. That's your first set of data and analytics that you learn about. So how can you budget for your business if you've never been able to budget for your household? If you've never been able to budget for your 9-to-5 income, how can you budget for this income that the taxes don't come out first? So you need to make sure you got their money set aside. Because remember, I worked for them people for 20 years. Please stay off their radar. Okay. And then, so how can you do that? How can you know, okay, I need to put this aside because I'm gonna have this coming up. And I can only spend a percentage of my money on training and advertising because I need to be able to spend this on my clients. What happens to those people who have high ticket offers? You get paid in full, but it's a project that takes a long time and you're not managing the money across the project.
Come on, talk about it, Yolanda. We're going to go even deeper into this on Monday because we have Tina who is going to speak about financial management. But I got to back up, though. I got to back up because you can see the stuff. So I know for a fact, whatever it is that you struggle with in your personal life, you're going to struggle with in your business life. So you mentioned if you don't have a budget that you adhere to in your personal life, you are not going to adhere to your business budget. If you don't have a business budget, you need to have one. But I know for a fact that because I struggle and still am a work in progress when it comes to boundaries, right? I had to get better with boundaries in my personal life for me to get stronger with boundaries in my business life. Listen, now I attract abundance and retire wealthy in a different way, or I'm planning and positioning myself to retire wealthy because I'm not retiring today. I'm not retiring tomorrow. I'm 35 years old. So it's going to take multiple millions for me to be able to retire because I plan on being here a long time. And that's another thing that people don't always look at. They look at you mentioned insurance earlier. Happy National Life Insurance Awareness Month.
Okay.
People think about like death insurance and dying soon, but they don't think about living a long time. So what if you live to be 80? What if you live to be 85? What if you live to be 95? There's something called longevity risk. It's a risk too. So if you know that you want to retire at 40, 50, and you're here until you're 90 years old, that's 40 years worth of income that you need to prepare for. So as you are bringing in the tens, the hundreds, the thousands of dollars, you keep that in mind. I got to make this money make more money because I plan on being here a long time. We don't have any control over how long we be here. We are here, but what we can control is what we do and what we don't do. We have free will. God gave us all free will.
Yeah. And again, you need know who you are. Longevity runs in my family. So I know I'm not going nowhere. I just turned 50. I'm just getting started on what might be the second half. I might have a little bit more than what I think. But what you were saying made me think of two things that I've been taught since I was a very little girl, is that your business will never grow bigger than who you are as a person. And second, just because you get money, if you're a fool with no money, you still gonna be a fool when you get some money. And so if you don't learn how to manage that thing, that's why you see so many lottery winners who go broke because they don't have money management skills.
Yeah. So good. Sherelle said, that's good. Let's see who else
Okay.
is watching. Ashley said, actually, Ashley hearted this video. Thank you for watching, Ashley. Trying to see who else is here. I can't see all the comments, but I thank y'all for watching. If you've been listening and you feel this is good, put a this is good in the comment section. If this is helping you, say this is helping me. If you haven't got your ticket yet to the Attract Abundance Conference, hurry up because we're going to sell out. So
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. A good time.
we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have a real time. We're gonna have grown folks conversation. We're not there to look cute, although we will look cute. We're not just there to look fly, although we will look fly. Like we are going to be dressed to the nines, like bust down from the top to the bottom to the heels. I can't wait to see the sequins, the furs, the red carpet. Like it's gonna be the bomb.com at the conference and the gala. But outside of having fun, outside of the good food, y'all, I booked 2 chefs for the Attract Abundance. 2 of them, 2 brothers, y'all, 2 brothers. We got a chef for our daytime events and we got a chef for our evening events. We going all out for y'all. But it wouldn't make sense to go all out on the aesthetics and not go all out on the information that you're going to get that's going to give you the transformation. So I'm telling you right now, it starts from the inside out. Inside out. I always think of a song from Sunday school. I don't know why, but when I was a little girl, there's this song my mama used to teach us as well as the other kids in Vacation Bible School, and it would say inside out, inside out.
Yeah, I know that one too.
From the inside out. You must love your business from the inside out.
And that is the best. You know what? I'm gonna write that one down because I might start to using that as part of my theme song too. Because that's what you're doing. You are preparing your business from the inside out. And if you don't know how you do what you do, how can you get someone to help you? How can you build a team? A lot of people, and I'm going to step on a couple toes here, Terry.
Go ahead, do it.
A lot of people say, well, I hired a VA and she didn't know what she was doing. I fired her. And then I hired another one and I fired her. And I hired another. Baby, sugar, sweetie, it wasn't the VAs. It was you. Because you didn't have what they needed to do written down. You looking at them like, why aren't they doing something? They looking at you like what you want me to do and how you want me to do it. And both of y'all confused. When in reality, it's on you as the CEO to set the ground for success, to have a plan to succeed in place for every person you add to your team.
Yes. People want to be a CEO for the title, but they don't want a CEO.
What we just say about titles. You need to be basing it on what you do, the tasks that need to be completed. And as a CEO, okay, here we go again. I be trying to be nice. Your job is not posting on the socials. Your job is not being in Canva, creating good graphics. Just because you can do something well does not necessarily mean that you should do it. As a CEO, you need to have a strategic vision for your business. You can't have a strategic vision when you down in the weeds doing all of the things. I had a client, I called her Little Fires Everywhere. She hired me because she had all these different programs and she wanted to create these policies and manuals. She knew she needed SOPs, but I swear we would schedule a meeting and then she wasn't there. And I reach out and I said, well, what happened? And she was like, oh, I was trying to reach this deadline and I was overdoing it. And I was like, girl, you just run around doing all of the things. And so that's one of the first things I do is I help you to look at what you're doing. And I can guarantee you 2 things you're going to learn about what you're doing. 1, you're doing way more than you thought you was doing. And 2, you're doing a bunch of things that you have no business doing. As a CEO, you should be focused on your highest revenue generating task only and setting the strategic vision for your business.
Indeed. I was speaking with the queen earlier this week. She was like, Terry, I need X, Y, and Z. I was like, go sell something. Like that was literally like my advice to her. She was like, but I got X, Y, and Z that need to be taken care of. I was like, go sell something.
Yeah, if you, I hate this. No, I don't hate to say it. I'm gonna stop saying that. If you have 5 or 6 figures and you're trying to get to 6 or 7, let me tell you what you should be doing all day, every day. Selling and delivering. And when you start to bring on team, you will give away most people will give away the delivery first, because part of the reason that people buy is because people don't buy services. They buy you. So you can't teach someone how to be you. You have to find someone. Like my salesperson that I hired, I wasn't even looking for a salesperson. And I hired her for something completely different. I hired her to work at my events at the registration table. And I'm driving, minding my own business, going to get me some ice cream. And God said to me, why are you limiting what she can do? She worked at the cable company. Baby, if you could sell cable, you could sell anything. So I wasn't looking for that person. I wasn't looking for her, but she has just the innate ability. She's very kind-hearted. People like her genuinely. And I'm like, Now, if you'd have told me to go out and hire someone, I would not have thought that. I would. So you have to be open. Because again, you're looking for someone. When I look at the task, yeah, she can do all of that. Hire for the task, not for the title.
I love it. This stuff is too good. We got to wrap this up because we give them too many gems. So class is over. Get your ticket. So I'm going to ask you to share with people if they're like, yeah, I hear you say get your ticket, Terry, but I feel like I need to talk to Yolanda now. I feel like I need her to help me solve some problems now. Tell people how they can say yes to working with you right now.
Okay, well, I said at the beginning that my clients get the bag to help them secure their bag. So all you got to do is go to www.callthebag.com and schedule a call, and let's hop on the call and see what it is that you need, whether it's something that you need done for you, because baby, that's what we do around here. We take your to-do list and get it done for you, or if you need a partner in your business. Okay, that's what I come in as a fractional COO. I come in and partner with you to help you take your business to the next level. So whether you need some assets that you don't know how to create or you just don't want to create them, or you need a partner in your business, just go to callthebag.com and let's talk. And then you can also connect with me on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, Yolanda K. Churchwell and the Business Assistance Group.
I love that. Who you talking to, girl? I'm about to call the bag. Like, I need to call the bag. I got too much going on right now. We're gonna have fun, y'all. We're gonna have fun.
We're gonna have a good time.
When you come, we're gonna have fun. Who you calling? I'm calling the bag. Oh my goodness.
Yes, I got to get the bag so I can secure my bag. I'm done playing. Yes.
I gotta get the bag because I need some more bags, right?
Yes.
The bag is gonna help me get the bag. So tell us, lastly, you told us about how we can find you. You told us about where we can go to schedule something. Do you have any promotions going on right now?
Well, right now I do have a new quiz because a lot of, and it's, we'll have to drop the link for it. As a matter of fact, I'm real good at multitasking, so let me go ahead and do this. But a lot of times as a CEO, you don't realize where you're at. I help people shift from chief everything officer, doing all of the things, to be a visionary CEO. Well, Yolanda, what's the difference between those two? A chief everything officer is somebody who's running around doing all of the things, putting out fires. A visionary CEO is someone who's standing at the top of the mountain, is running and leading their business. If you've never stood at the top of the mountain, maybe you've seen a picture from the top of the mountain. But when you look down, you literally can see the water. I like to say that those are rivers of opportunity and streams of income. But you got to get to the mountaintop to be able to see those. Okay. So a lot of times you don't know where in your business it is that you need some help. So this is a quick assessment, a quick quiz that you can take. And it tells you, are you burned out? Are you visionary CEO or somewhere in the middle? And what do you need to work on next in your business to get you to visionary CEO?
Ooh, I love quizzes. I'm taking the quiz. And after you laughing, you know I'm for real.
I know, that's why I'm giggling.
Live, make sure you find this video because I have us going live right now on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. So find this video, put that link everywhere because I think everybody should do the quiz. Because in order for you to know where you are, in order for you to be financially free, you have to know where you are and where you want to be. I've been saying that for years.
Yeah.
So,
we like to look good. So we know, and again, y'all know I know all about shopping. But if you think about it, when you go to the mall, and if you don't like to shop, I'm so very sorry. But when you go to the mall, it says you are here. And then you see where all the stores are, and you're like, I have to go past this store and then go right, make a right at this store to get to this store. You know how to get to Dillard's, but you have to start with where you are. It's the same thing with getting to visionary CEO. You need to know where you're at. What type of CEO are you? So you know what areas you need to work on to get up to the top of your mountain. Because otherwise, you're going to keep running around the base of it.
Yeah, it's really good. And you will say Dillard's, like that's one of my favorite stores. Like,
girl, I love a good Dillard's because I can go buy shoes in the kids department and the women department.
What? See, for me, it's the junior section. It's the junior section with the prom dresses, the winter dresses, because y'all know I'm not that tall on the outside. So I can go
vertically challenged.
Listen, right after prom, let me see what they got.
Mm-hmm.
Dillard's have it. And I get dresses for the whole year. People are like, where you get that from? Dillard's. I wore this really bad purple sequins dress when I emceed for the National Association of Women Business Owners.
Oh, I saw where you did that. Congratulations.
Thank you. You saw that purple dress. It was bad.
Yeah, you was cute.
Dillard's.
Girl, you be snatched in it.
Listen, Dillard's. They need, wait a minute. I'm promoting Dillard's. Dillard's need to put me.
Yeah, you might want to reach out for a sponsorship. See, you nice because you told people where you get stuff. I'm one of them people don't like because they say where you get that. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, look, at the end of the day, by the time they get there, it's probably
and you don't know how long I've had it in my closet.
Exactly. Like I love sequin season. That's another reason why we having a gala. I love sequin season. So sometimes I'll pull out a dress and people will be like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. And it's so gorgeous. I'm like, they don't know. I bought this dress in 2017, but they wouldn't know it because they didn't know me in 2017.
Right. Because when you said that, you was like, we doing sequins. I was like, wait a minute. I bought a sequin suit back during the pandemic. Baby, I done took that to my tailor and I'm going to be ready.
Listen, I love sequins. I love textured jackets.
Mm-hmm.
I love things that don't look like what everybody else is wearing.
But that is a part of who you are. That is a part of your process. And just like you know what you like to wear, you've set a goal for what you want to wear. You know where to go and get it. That's the same thing we have to do as business owners. Y'all know I'm going to bring it back around to business. You have to know where you want to go, where you're at, and what are your good skill sets. Now go find somebody that has the skill sets that you don't have. Mm-hmm. And don't expect people to come in and be mini versions of you. This is not the Minions. What you want people to perform at a level of excellency. Because if you allow people to operate in their zone of genius, what you don't know sometimes, they'll bring something to the table that you didn't even count on that will help you get higher faster. Yeah,
that's really good. I mean, everything you said, right on the nail. Is right on the nail because, you have to know what you're good at, just like you got to know where to shop at. Because for those of you who've seen me, you see the full body photos and all of that. Yeah, I can go to Dillard's because I know how that stuff works. But there's some other stores that sell juniors and I can't get a leg in. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know.
They're not a good fit. That's not a good fit.
Not a good fit.
You are not their ideal client. Therefore, they can't serve you.
What you said. Nope. Can't serve me. Don't have anything for me. And honestly, I like to stick with where I like to stick with things.
Yeah, once you know something works, you stick with it.
Yeah. Dillard's not the only store, but I can go to Dillard's in any city and pick up something and be good to go.
Oh yeah.
That's what I love about Dillard's. Well, I think we've given them more than enough. We've been super generous. We've been on here for 40 minutes. Y'all, you're not getting any more until you get your ticket.
Just holding all additional knowledge hostage until you come on in the room. Room.
Speaking of which, I almost forgot. I am glad that we continue to go. I almost forgot. When you purchase your ticket early, you get something called a Track Abundance Intensives. So on the last Monday of this month, we're going to have a special Q&A session with Yolanda K. Churchwell. But only the people who got their tickets get to be in the room and ask her those questions. And then after she has her open forum on Zoom before the conference, because when we get to the conference, like everybody going to be attracting abundance in the room at that moment. Like we all going to know each other. It's going to be like family reunion. But I will say, if you do not get your ticket on time, you're going to miss out on their Q&A session, but you're also going to miss out on a special session I have called Attracting Strategic Partnerships.
Oh, I'm coming to
Attracting
that.
Strategic
I
Partnerships.
hope I'm not supposed to be somewhere else because I'm be like, come on, we all going over here to
It's
it. Come
right
on.
after yours. Look, y'all,
Oh, okay.
I done, you hear how country I am? I'm originally from it. I done attracted all type of abundance today.
Listen, I'm be like, hurry up and bring me my good dry shirt because I told y'all I'm a preacher kid. Gotta have a good dry shirt after you get off stage. Bring my good dry shirt so I can sit down and listen to this word.
Listen. You gonna want a dry shirt. You gonna want a dry notebook. Don't have a dry pen though, because you
No.
only get access to it if you get your ticket early, and the replay will only be available to the people who purchased their ticket early for 1 week. And then after that, that's it. What I'm teaching at the Attract Abundance Conference is going to give you some tools, some tips and stuff that's going to help you have strategic partnerships. That's a part of it. But it won't be the same as what we're going to do on the last Monday of this month. So if you're at a place where you're like, I need X, Y, and Z in my business, get your ticket, do what you got to do to get in the room, do Klarna, do Afterpay, sell something, and then buy your ticket to the Attract Abundance Conference, because it will be the gift that keeps on giving. It's time for us to wrap this up, Yolanda. I hope you're feeling better. I know you weren't feeling 100% before you got on here, but
Girl, I'm good now. I'm so good because I had a slight headache, and I know you said we done, but I just want to share one little thing. It's actually a challenge. I challenge y'all, don't come and just take notes. Come to create an action plan. Too many times we go to conferences and we take notes, and then you go home and we all got that drawer full of notebooks. I want you to make your verbs implement and execute. Those are my 2 verbs for 2025. I'm going to loan them to you. I want you to come ready to write down actionable strategies that you can execute and implement right away. Whether you have a business, a 9 to 5, you're a stay-at-home mom, whoever you are, if you come into this conference, don't come to take notes. Come to take action.
Yeah. Come take action. Take action and come to take action. Love it. I hope you all have an abundant rest of the week. And I will see you all again with another guest speaker on Monday. Monday, 6 p.m. Mark your calendars. Get ready. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Thank you again for being here, Yolanda K. I hope you have an abundant day as well. Adios.
Adios.